Hello and welcome. Today I don't actually have a match played by me. You see, this user named DenmarkRadar that tends to view my videos once in a while, well, he pestered me with a replay, and then he showed me a recording as well, and then I looked at it all grumpy and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I need to make a video of this because this is amazing. Anyways, he is in the tier 4 Japanese destroyer, the Isokaze. This match is on the map New Dawn, and because of his early spawn, the plan is to go towards the sea cap. But because he only has one cruiser to back him up, the issue is that once he meets danger, he needs to hightail it out of there really quickly. Because, you know, he won't be able to fight the enemies because he doesn't have anyone to back him up. Okay, he's reaching the cap, which is great, I guess, because, you know, he can start capping slowly. There's a U-Barry over there, and the callback disappeared. These are, because the U-Barry is turning, he's not exactly dropping the torpedoes on the prediction line, because, you know, what are the chances that the U-Barry keeps going straight, especially when they see that the sea cap is being capped? Not to mention it has a chance of hitting the Kolberg or whatever that was behind that island. Okay, so both are in vision. He has the ability to use his guns, but really it's not that great of an idea. But, well, it appears that this Kolberg decided not to use WASD hacks, so he just died for absolutely no reason, but he died. And our friendly Isokaze over here got an actual cap, which is, I mean, pretty amazing if you think about it. He was up against like 1, 2, 3 enemies, more or less, maybe even 4, and he managed to get a cap point and kill one of them. And he still isn't dead, actually, which is surprising. I would probably be dead already. Although I do notice that he doesn't actually have premium repair for some reason. Or it's a replay bug. But regardless, that St. Louis is going to also suffer a world of hurt because WASD hacks is too hard. Sorry, WASD hacks is illegal. So, yeah, St. Louis. You kinda messed up there. Should have, like, pressed the A key or the D key or the S key. W wouldn't really have helped you. Anyways, more torpedoes on the St. Louis. And the one's launcher that's still ready, I guess. There are multiple targets. And the Karlsruhe seems to be the target of choice. Because he is trying to cap B. And this will help his friend. These torpedoes won't hit, sadly. Well, it seems that his division mate, Fire Reaper, managed to already die at B. He did contest it though, which was good, I think. And now DenmarkRadar is being bold and going into detection range of a Karlsruhe for whatever reason. I mean, yes, it is a Karlsruhe, but still, you are a torpedo boat. You are not very good at, you know, anything remotely. Oh my god, he fired his guns. I bet that was an actual accident. And he paid the price because his torpedo tubes were destroyed for it. So, yeah, DenmarkRadar, you kinda messed up there, and you paid the price. But regardless, it's okay. I mean, you already have capped, and you already have killed someone. In my opinion, you've already done your part. But now, I guess you'll try to do more, because you still have 2 of the torpedo launchers. So, time to go finish this guy named Suicide Kachu off with
Torpedoes, direct front.
torpedoes, obviously. The South Carolina doesn't appear to be very good, but at least he used some WASD hacks to avoid some torpedoes. And what are the chances that this U-Barry will expect torpedoes here? you're in a cruiser and fighting a battleship like that, usually you don't expect to suddenly get torpedoed. So this might actually catch him off guard, but it seems he's normally using WASD already, so these are just gonna miss, in my opinion. Anyways, actually the game's going pretty good right now. They are in the lead, 2 ships down to 3 ships down on the enemy side. They have A, enemies got C, which actually was kept early on by our host DenmarkRadar. In my opinion, here he messed up a bit. He got a bit too close. But it's okay, it's a low tier match, so people really don't know about WASD usage. So they probably won't be trying to avoid, just because they see a destroyer. But yeah, they seem to actually... What? What? How did that South Carolina already die? Well, luckily, DenmarkRadar picked up on the slack of the South Carolina and picked off the U-barrier. Otherwise, this would have been like a disaster. You just lost a battleship for like really no reason. But regardless, now that he actually sees that there's like only 1 ship in C, and the enemy team is mostly posturing to fight the this team, or his team, that's coming from A, he has a chance of being sneaky destroyer and actually capping C. Checking out all the targets to torpedo, and it seems the Bogatyr is probably the best one, because the Kawachi can't be... Well, the guns are pointing the other way, but I think it's a bit of a bad idea, because that Karlsruhe definitely wants to kill you, or kill him. So I guess the only real choice is the Wyoming, in my opinion at least. But maybe he... This is one thing I do hate about doing the game from replays. It doesn't actually select the right targets. Like, I don't know what the hell he was selecting and focusing on with torpedoes. This is why I don't really like doing replays, because the replay tools just aren't as good as recording the video footage yourself. Anyways, DenmarkRadar is trying to be sneaky. Gonna sneak in behind this Wyoming. I guess that's why he's not torpedoing, so that he, you know... Because if the Wyoming suddenly sees torpedoes and does something about them, he might not be able to, he might not actually leave the sea cap, and DenmarkRadar won't be able to get the cap. But if he torpedoes here, it's okay, because the prediction line puts the Wyoming outside of the cap zone. He did get spotted though for a moment. Hopefully the Wyoming didn't see him. Okay, now just hide next to the border. Actually, because the Wyoming is so close, you need to get behind an island, or he needs to get behind an island. But luckily, this Wyoming decided to not use WASD hacks to dodge. So, because DenmarkRadar didn't get behind an island quickly enough, he had to use smoke. But he can use more torpedoes on this Wyoming. Although, I don't think I would aim the torpedoes that far ahead, because the Wyoming is likely to turn into the cap zone, which means that you can't use the prediction that's so far. Honestly, I don't see why you wouldn't fire your guns here. I mean, yes, it does give your position away a little bit for the Wyoming to blind fire, but like, what? I mean, you could potentially deal quite a bit of damage. And I mean, he is firing now, so things are great. He does need to get this Wyoming down, because he can't finish the cap otherwise, and luckily for him, the Wyoming is a bit dumb and turns away, showing complete broadside while sailing out of the cap. Also, I think you reversed outside of your smoke, so you kinda messed up there again. It's okay though, because you clipped the Wyoming and finished him off, so you'll be able to get the sea cap now. Unfortunately, because we were busy doing the standoff stuff, if you look at the actual game situation, his team is kinda screwed. They have 3 ships, enemies have 5 ships and 2 battleships. So, yeah, I mean, yes, it's a Kawachi, but it has full HP. Luckily, though, DenmarkRadar is able to get C again, because, you know, it's his cap. Can't let any dirty enemies ruin it. But the plan has to be to get into B now, because the enemies are most likely going to go for A. Although I'm not sure why this Kolberg isn't coming back, actually. Because, I mean, coming back to C. But I guess maybe he's actually... Okay, let's think about this for a moment. It's a Kolberg named Yurak Mihawk. So, because it's... I think it's an anime name. It could be that this is actually a bot. Could be. Not necessarily true, but it could be true. So that could explain the weird actions, but never mind. Kolberg did come, or turn around to come back. But the torpedoes are already on the way, so, I mean, DenmarkRadar really just has to defend here. He has to pick this Kolberg off before, well, he gets back to take C. But luckily, the torpedoes look to be on the path of righteousness. And they were. So, goodbye, Mihawk. Goodbye. Okay, so, at this point, one of the allies of his managed to sink again. So it's 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer against 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer, and 2 battleships. Luckily, though, they control 2 of the 3 caps, and well, if DenmarkRadar somehow manages to, I don't know, outplay the enemy destroyer or something with his 2 torpedo launchers, then they actually have a chance of winning, because, well, he could then perhaps take B. The enemies are probably going to get A. At least eventually, once they stop chasing this friendly cruiser. But yeah, the friendly cruiser's health is apparently very, very low, so things are not that great, actually. Looks like a solo warrior battle, doesn't it? Very soon, at least. Okay, he has 1600 HP. Never mind. He has 0 HP. So... yeah, DenmarkRadar suddenly is the last hope. And he spotted Wickes at really close range, and he was busy typing, which was really bad, actually. But, just use... oh my god, it's a... okay, no, dodge, please, yes, outplayed, so hard. Managed to outplay the Wickes, and now he has a chance of winning. Because if he can get B, actually, the status quo right now is great for him, but he is going to lose A though, most definitely. So he definitely needs to either cap B or at least contest it. Because, I mean, if he loses A, then the enemy has 2 cap points, and he can't just keep running away. Otherwise, you know, if the enemy wasn't so near to A, he could actually take B. I mean, not take B, just contest it for a bit and then run away. Because, you know, the enemies are just a cruiser and 2 battleships, so they can't do anything. But because the enemies are so close to A, they will definitely take it. And because there's still so much time left, chances are pretty good that, well, they would lose. I mean, he would lose.
Smokescreen set.
Unluckily for him, again, he was unable to get the cap. Like, on C, he has to duel it out with a battleship as a destroyer. This time, though, he has 1800 HP, and he has a smokescreen up right now, but it's the only one he had. And he only has 2 torpedo launchers, and the Kawachi has a bit more HP this time. So things are looking rather dire. Well, he's in the points lead now. I guess he has that going for himself. And as long as he doesn't die here, he would be fine. But for some reason, I feel like 3 minutes and 30 seconds is a bit too little time. I mean, too much time to just wait it out in this cap. And, well, he's spotted now because he is too close to this Kawachi. Okay, the Kawachi's guns aren't actually pointing towards him, which is incredibly fortunate. So he can just drop these torpedoes and probably not die. Maybe, come on, Kawachi, die! Yes! Excellent.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
This is rather fortunate for him, because he did manage to actually take out the Kawachi. And now that he is unspotted, he is going to get the B cap. And to be honest, well, this would be the game, actually. The enemy team lost. There isn't all that much that they can do. Because, yes, they can take B back, but there's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. And DenmarkRadar has like an 180 points lead. So he could just run away and he would win the game. But I mean, why do just that? He's a destroyer, a torpedo destroyer, and there's a battleship and the cruiser coming in to a defensive position, and that is where destroyers are the strongest. So why not just torpedo them? Leave a few parting gifts. But yeah, if all he really has to do right now is run away. I mean, he doesn't have to do just that. He can just keep torpedoing them over and over, like that Nikolai. Goodbye, Nikolai. Honestly, if I was in his position, I would definitely fire my guns to pick that Nikolai off. Just because I could. Although I would torpedo the Karlsruhe first, and then I would shoot the Nikolai, and then run away and pray that the Karlsruhe does not kill me. Okay, this spotting here was, I think, unintended. I would have been caught off guard by this as well. Now he has to hide behind this island. Honestly, it's a bit of a misplay to actually duel the enemies here, but regardless, this looks much cooler, and I don't really fault him for that. So now it's playing Ring Around the Rosie with a mountain island as an Isokaze with 1500 HP. And the winner of this peekaboo, or Ring Around the Rosie, wins the match. Luckily though, he has torpedoes, sorry. He wants to give the enemy Karlsruhe torpedoes. Okay, the Karlsruhe dodged the first ones, but will you be able to dodge these? Nope, and that's the game.
We've destroyed an enemy.
Wow, this was amazing, like ridiculously amazing. So this is just an insane result. I mean, there's a reason why I titled the video Isokaze Insanity, because this is just out of the norm, mind-blowingly out of the norm. I mean, look at this, 17 torpedo hits in a destroyer, and consider the fact that he lost one of his torpedo launchers early on permanently. And then he has 8, that's 66% of the enemy team ships destroyed. Like, that's just ridiculous. And he has 3 full base captures. Not shared, no, none of that stuff. Solo captures. I mean, he did get quite handsomely rewarded for it, although not really in the credits department. 400,000, I guess that's okay. 6,500 experience, but then again, you have to account for the fact that there's like this double experience thingy. But moving on, he got Solo Warrior, Confederate, First Blood, Kraken Unleashed, High Caliber, and 3 Devastating Strikes. Like, this is such an amazing result that it's quite difficult to put it into words how amazing it really just is. Okay, let's look at the... Oh my god. Wow. Just wow. 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 He has 2,901 base experience in a tier 4 match. I have never even heard of something like this. He has 2,000 experience more than the number 2 on his team. And the number 2 in essentially the entire match too. That's triple the experience. Yesterday's video of mine was about Yamagi, right? And I had this last stand, etc. thing. And somebody commented and said something along the lines of, one ship doesn't make a fleet, essentially meaning that you can't really do everything alone. But well, in this case, I kind of disagree because I think I would pick this guy out of like half this team, because apparently he doesn't need them to win the game still. Wow, 2,900 when number 2 on your team is at 900. This is such a wow. He must be really strong to be able to carry everyone else on his team like that. Wow. And even if you look at the damage, that's 174,000 damage. At tier 4. Against tier 4 enemies. Yeah. This is just insane. Like, amazing insane, but still insane. This was quite a match, and I'm rather glad that I took a look at it. Also, I'm kind of sorry about the blurry background of these because these were 4K images, so I imagine the background was stretched. Anyways, thank you very much for submitting this replay, DenmarkRadar, and pestering me about it to actually take a look at it, because this was amazing. Wow. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.